The topic is how, where, and when to approach a coach, consultant, or a therapist. And there are a couple of questions. So, what are your opinions on why does one need coaching, and when is coaching important?
Okay, I mean, nobody's waking up in the middle of the night saying, well, I need a coach today. I have to find a coach today. No, they wake up and they go, my relationship is not working. I feel stuck in life. I feel overweight and I don't have confidence. And they want their problems solved, or they want help with that. It just so happens that coaches help with these things.
So for, I would say like for growth, for personal growth, I would highly recommend it as well. And for all topics in life where you believe you got potential, and everybody's got potential to grow somewhere, right?
Here are a couple of reasons why people may want a coach and why I want a coach. So for example, one reason is I cannot see through all of my blind spots. And that's why they're called blind spots, because I can't see them. Just help you see what you aren't seeing in the moment, and what you don't see, you don't know. Coaches provide guidance, and they can literally collapse time significantly. If somebody is in a self-improvement arena and super involved, very involved, they may spend years trying to dissolve a challenge, a problem, something that they're repeating, a pattern, whereas with a coach they can get it done in weeks, sometimes even in one single call. So it's almost like it's buying time. That's what it is.
Now, what are very known coaching topics, and on what topics do we have coachings?
We have a lot of life coaches, and this is the most important topic, I guess. It's life, but usually our challenges gravitate in one or more of these three areas. It's health, wealth, and relationships. And wealth also includes money, so financials. But also career and work and the professional expression. Of course, health is self-explanatory, and relationships, that's a huge one. Relationships are our biggest teachers.
So as small information for the people who watch, coaching first got known especially in the environments of sports. And in sports, in the early ages, one already got the benefits of all the coachings, and all the other areas came later on. When should you have coaching, and when should you start? Well, I would say like it's a personal thing. When should you start coaching or have coaching? I believe at the moment where you believe that there is a topic or something where you would like to improve and grow. And it's a personal decision. It's never something other people are telling you to do.
My thoughts are you need coaching yesterday, but since yesterday has already passed, the best next option is it's always now.
It's always now, yeah, I like that.
If you have a challenge and you want to solve it fast, and you want to dissolve it, and you want to get out of this pattern that you've been repeating most likely throughout your past, and you keep putting the pieces of it in the future so that it can repeat itself in the future. If you want this interrupted, if you want the trajectory of your life to change dramatically, coaches are a very good choice, and now is always better than tomorrow.
The next one is also a very important one, and I would say like, how do you find the right coach, counselor, mentor, therapist for you? And where do you look for the right person? Don't hesitate to take your time and to explore all that, but look for certain points, quality points. And I strongly believe, because there are so many coaches out there, ask them, the first question, ask them, have you got counseling yourself or a coach yourself? And if the person, if the coach, therapist, whatever says, of course I do, and they tell you something about it, then that's probably one very good green mark you can do and say like, okay, that's amazing. this person is on personal growth as well. That's the first point, or the first thing I would ask for in a coach. I would also ask for the qualifications, not only also the theoretical background, certifications. Ask for them, because no certification, you need both. I strongly believe that you need both.
I tend to have a little bit of a different opinion as far as certifications. I personally have been trained in NLP, and I don't have other certifications from coach. For me, that's not important as much. I would say that, to start with the second part of the question, yes, we can look around social media and get a feel for people. That works a lot. I found some of my coaches through social media. But what might be even a better way is to ask around your circle of friends, your closest people, and there's a very good chance that some of them, or at least one of them, will be able to recommend somebody that they know of or they've even worked with. And so that's a very good place to start. And as far as whether you should hire this person or not, I would say have at least one call with them, even more than one call, but it might be just one call and communication around that call, but you will know, and it'll be literally a whole body expression where your system, your body will tell you, I resonate with this person. The gut will tell you, and you will know. If you're a transformed person, that's the coach for you.
I like that with the gut and the feeling. You have to have a good feeling when talking with someone and really feel that you resonate. Okay, what are quality topics and questions which you would ask your coach beforehand?
Receiving the coaching, sometimes it's just very organic, where the coach will ask me, and this is why I like to ask this question: what difference do you want this coaching session to make for you? And then people check in at the moment, and they find out what's alive right now, and that's kind of what sets up the session, or at least the beginning of the session, and then the things begin to transpire.
What I also ask is, actually I do that every time, like I always ask also, like, how are you today? And I ask this my coach just to find out, like, where do they personally stand just today, that I also kind of get a feeling on, because we are all human beings. Should a family member or close friend coach you?
That's a good one, and I don't have a binary answer, yes or no. For example, with my wife, we coach each other. She's not formally a coach, but she has a very strong intuition and a lot of wisdom, and she can see through some things that I'm not seeing, and she helps bring that to the surface in me. So in a way, sometimes she's my coach, and sometimes it's not appropriate because the energy is different. So it depends on the emotional charge of the situation. Sometimes it's not appropriate to coach somebody you're with, or you love a lot, or you truly care a lot, because it's just not that context. It's different. So it depends. I would suspect that for a lot of people, there will be more like, no, it's a no to be coached by a family member or a very close friend, unless you can be very deliberate about the different contexts, and are you my friend right now, or are you my spouse? Are you my brother or sister in the moment, or are you speaking to me as a coach? Who am I speaking with right now?
It's good to have a support system, beloved and near and dear people, which probably can also help you doing or telling things can be a help as well. But if it's really about coaching, you can do both, but never only rely on the support system.
Coming to mind right now is, yes, I absolutely am aligned with what you just said. But what's also coming to mind right now is that coaches their job is not to be a friend. Their job is to make sure that you expand beyond your current container of what's familiar to you. And oftentimes coaching is not comfortable, and it brings up emotions and feelings to the surface that are not pleasant at the moment, but they must be brought up to the surface so that there is a break.
Because I heard that a lot also from top management people, where they said, like, I've got a strong bond, and where I felt like, yeah, but it's the system which keeps you in kind of the comfort zone still, and going beyond needs someone who's probably outside the system. So beautifully said. What is the main difference between having a support net with opinions and real coaching and mentoring?
A coach wouldn't come to, or at least an experienced coach, somebody who's really good, they wouldn't come to a coaching call having opinion. They would literally come as an empty container, ready to hold space for what's about to emerge in the session, and go to the roots of what emerges in the session.
So the difference then, the empty container. Beautifully said. I'm going to keep this one for myself. The empty
You're welcome
container.
to.
I love that. And the support net can't be an empty container. That's just not possible, right? And the system, that's just so different. So beautifully put. There's nothing to add on, and I'm going to keep that one with the empty container.